Now, Stormwatch 12 weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
After the very unhealthy air conditions we had last night, and we've been pretty much unhealthy most of the day today, we are starting to see improvements out there in Medford. Still awfully hazy. It is smoky, but we're starting to see more and more of Roxy Ann. Temperatures also are toasty. We're in the upper 90s, and winds have picked up, and that's what's helping mix out some of this smoke in Jackson and Josephine County. Still some pretty poor air quality, and there will be more smoke that works on in for tonight, but at least a little bit of improvement out there. We're keeping an eye on the east side up in northern portions of Klamath and Lake County. There's still a very outside chance of a stray thunderstorm. We'll have that potential again tomorrow, but otherwise our weather looking to stay fairly tame as we head through this week. And the big story will be a cool down for us as we head into next week. And that cool down begins tomorrow. Temperatures today once again very hot, 97 in Grants Pass and Medford, 100 right now in Montague, and 93 degrees in Klamath Falls. It'll be a very slow and gradual cooling trend, but by early next week, we're talking highs actually below average for a change. Breezes have picked up for many of our inland valleys, sustained winds between 10 to 15 miles per hour. We've had some higher gusts as well, and we will be seeing these winds dying down tonight, so there will be more smoke settling into the region, but we do have some improvements with air quality. Unhealthy for sensitive groups right now in Medford, Grants Pass, moderate air quality in Cave Junction and Happy Camp, but some new smoke is starting to work into the basin, so we are going to see reductions definitely into this evening and tonight for Klamath and Lake County. Some pretty poor air quality, but we'll likely see more reductions in air quality again for Jackson and Josephine County into tomorrow morning. And then as we go through the day, Friday, the afternoon winds will pick up. We could see some improvements with air quality, but in general, we're going to continue to see waves of smoke working across especially southern Oregon, but also into northern California, reducing air quality at times right through this weekend. Tonight, mainly clear skies, down to 62 in Medford, 50 in Klamath Falls, and down to 60 in Wairika. Tomorrow, tracking still some pretty hot temperatures, mid to upper 90s in our west side valleys, low 90s in the basin, and we'll be in the 60s along the coast. May see a stray thunderstorm up for northern portions of Klamath and Lake County, including Christmas Valley and Chemult. But on Saturday, it's looking pretty quiet for the Crater Lake rim runs. The big concern will be smoke. It will likely be pretty smoky in the morning with poor air quality. I think we'll see improvements as the morning progresses and winds pick up. So we'll be tracking that quite closely. Temperatures in the mid 60s up at Crater Lake by the noon hour. For the Rogue Valley, notice that cooling trend. Highs around 90 by Sunday, and temperatures drop back into the 80s for next week. Along the coast, less of a marine layer influence as we head through the weekend. Skies will be clearing out quicker each day from Saturday into Sunday. Winds will be picking up as well. Temperatures, though, staying generally in the 60s for highs along the coast right in next week, and also enjoying the best air quality in our region, so that'll be the place to be to beat the smoke. Northern California, temperatures easing back as we head through this weekend into next week. Highs in the 80s for the Klamath Basin. We may see a stray thunderstorm in northern Klamath and Lake County. Otherwise, pretty quiet. The big concern will be the smoke through the weekend. Could be pretty poor air quality at times, especially in the morning hours for the basin. The mountains seeing fairly quiet weather, dry conditions. Looking at some thunderstorm chances. We'll be watching that through the middle and later portions of next week. And then in the Rogue Valley, still pretty hot tomorrow, but those temperatures dropping back actually below average next week with those highs in the 80s.